What if I told you that in some parts of the world, women care less about whether you have six-pack abs or a full head of hair, and more about qualities that actually matter for building a real life together? I'm talking about places where character, stability, and genuine kindness aren't just nice bonuses, but the actual foundation of attraction. Hey everyone, Julia here, and today we're exploring countries where women are looking for men who bring real substance to a relationship, even if you're not what Hollywood would call conventionally perfect. This isn't about lowering standards, it's about different standards, better standards, and understanding what actually creates lasting partnerships. Let's dive in. Before we get started, I want to be clear about what we're discussing here. This isn't about fetishizing women from other cultures or suggesting that any group of women is somehow easier or desperate. We're talking about cultural differences in what people value in relationships and how different societies have different ideas about what makes a good partner. These are generalizations based on cultural trends, and obviously individual women everywhere have their own unique preferences. With that said, let's explore some fascinating cultural differences. Let's start with the Philippines, a country I've spent considerable time in and grown to love deeply. Filipino culture places enormous emphasis on family, loyalty, and character over superficial qualities. When you're dating in the Philippines, women are evaluating you based on how you treat people, especially those who can do nothing for you. They notice how you speak to servers in restaurants, how you interact with children, how you treat elderly people. These aren't just nice things they hope to see, they're fundamental criteria for whether you're worthy of their time. The concept of utang na loob, which roughly translates to debt of gratitude, runs deep in Filipino culture. Relationships are built on mutual respect, reciprocity, and genuine care. Filipino women are often incredibly supportive and nurturing partners, but they expect the same energy in return. They want a man who will be a good father, who will take care of family, and who understands that marriage isn't just about two people, but about joining families and communities together. Physical appearance matters far less in Filipino dating culture than it does in many Western countries. Yes, they want you to be clean and presentable, but whether you have a dad bod or you're losing your hair or you're not particularly tall matters much less than your character and how you provide emotional security. Filipino women have grown up in a culture that emphasizes inner qualities, and many of them have seen their mothers and grandmothers build beautiful families with men who were valued for their work ethic, their kindness, and their commitment rather than their looks. The age gap dynamic is also much more accepted in the Philippines. It's not unusual to see couples with 10, 15, or even 20-year age differences, and nobody bats an eye. The cultural focus is on whether the man is stable, whether he treats her well, and whether he's serious about building a future together. If those boxes are checked, the age difference is simply not a big deal. What's particularly beautiful about Filipino dating culture is the genuine warmth and hospitality. When you're dating a Filipino woman, you're not just getting to know her, you're being welcomed into a whole family and community. Sunday lunches with extended family, celebrations for every possible occasion, and a support network that actually functions like a support network. If you're someone who values connection and community over independence and isolation, Filipino culture offers something really special. Moving to Colombia, we find another culture where women value substance and character in ways that might surprise men coming from more superficial dating markets. Colombian women are known for being warm, affectionate, and family-oriented, but they're also incredibly strong and independent. They're looking for men who can match their energy, who bring stability and purpose, and who aren't intimidated by a woman who knows what she wants. The cultural emphasis in Colombia is on being a provider and protector, not necessarily in a financial sense, though that matters, but in an emotional and physical sense. Colombian women want to feel safe with you. They want to know that you'll stand up for the relationship, that you'll defend what matters, and that you have a backbone. This doesn't mean being aggressive or controlling. It means being confident, decisive, and reliable. Colombian culture is also much more direct and passionate than many Western cultures. Women there aren't playing games or trying to seem disinterested to protect their ego. If they like you, they'll show it. If something bothers them, they'll tell you. This directness creates a different dynamic where you always know where you stand. There's less of the exhausting ambiguity that characterizes so much modern Western dating. Physical appearance is appreciated in Colombian culture, but it's not the deal breaker it often is elsewhere. Colombian women tend to take great care of their own appearance, and they appreciate a man who makes an effort, but they're much more forgiving of natural aging, weight fluctuations, and not fitting some impossible physical ideal. What they care about is that you carry yourself with confidence, that you dress well for your body type, and that you take basic care of yourself. The family structure in Colombia is tight-knit and traditional in many ways. When you date a Colombian woman seriously, you're expected to integrate into her family and to treat her family with respect and care. In return, you get a partner who will stand by you fiercely, who will create a warm home, and who will bring a level of passion and affection to the relationship that can be hard to find in cultures where people are more emotionally reserved. Age gaps are common and accepted in Colombia as well. It's understood that older men often bring the stability and maturity that younger men haven't developed yet. As long as the relationship is healthy and both people are happy, the specific numbers matter much less than the quality of the partnership. Let's travel to Thailand, where we find yet another culture with fascinating perspectives on relationships and what makes a good partner. Thai culture is built around concepts like respect, harmony, and taking care of each other. Thai women, particularly those from more traditional backgrounds, are looking for men who can provide stability and who will treat them and their families with respect and care. The concept of saving face is huge in Thai culture, which means public displays of anger or disrespect are particularly damaging. Thai women value men who can stay calm, who handle conflict with maturity, and who understand that how you make someone feel is more important than being right. If you're the kind of man who can navigate disagreements without raising your voice or making scenes, you'll be valued highly in Thai dating culture. Thai women are often described as nurturing and supportive partners. In traditional Thai relationships, there's a clear division where the woman takes care of the home and emotional aspects, while the man provides stability and security. This doesn't mean Thai women are subservient or lack independence. Many Thai women run businesses, support their families financially, and are incredibly capable. But there's still a cultural appreciation for traditional gender roles that has largely disappeared in many Western countries. Physical appearance standards in Thailand are different from the West in interesting ways. Lighter skin is often preferred culturally, and Thai people generally take good care of their appearance. However, they're much less focused on height, muscle mass, or having a perfect physique. A man who is clean, well-groomed, and carries himself with dignity will be seen as attractive, regardless of whether he fits Western beauty standards. The age gap acceptance in Thailand is significant. It's extremely common to see relationships with substantial age differences, and the cultural attitude is much more focused on whether the man can provide security and whether he treats his partner well. Many Thai women, particularly from rural areas or less wealthy backgrounds, are looking for stability and the chance to help support their families. This isn't gold digging. It's a cultural reality where family obligations are taken seriously and where a partner who can help meet those obligations is valued. What's important to understand about Thai dating culture is that respect and care go both ways. Thai women who are in relationships with foreign men often send money home to their families, work hard to create a good home, and are genuinely devoted partners. They're looking for men who will appreciate that dedication and reciprocate with their own commitment and care. Now let's head to Ukraine, where we find women who are known for being beautiful, educated, and family-oriented, but who are also incredibly pragmatic about relationships. Ukrainian culture has shaped women who are strong, capable, and independent, while still valuing traditional family structures and gender roles. They're looking for men who can be real partners, who bring something substantial to the table, and who are serious about commitment. Ukrainian women place high value on education, culture, and personal development. They're often well-read, interested in arts and culture, and expect their partners to be able to engage in meaningful conversation. At the same time, they're very practical about the realities of building a life together. They want a man who can provide stability, who has his life together, and who isn't still figuring out basic adult responsibilities in his 30s or 40s. The historical and economic context in Ukraine has created a culture where women are often forced to be incredibly strong and resourceful. They've learned to navigate difficult circumstances, to take care of themselves and their families, and to make difficult decisions. What they're looking for in a partner is someone who can match that strength, who can be a genuine teammate, and who won't crumble when things get difficult. Physical appearance is appreciated in Ukrainian culture, and Ukrainian women are known for taking great care of their appearance. However, they're looking at the total package. A man who might not be conventionally handsome but who dresses well, carries himself confidently, takes care of his health, and has that masculine energy of competence and capability will be attractive. They care more about how you present yourself and the energy you bring than about your raw physical features. Age gaps are common and culturally accepted in Ukraine. Many Ukrainian women specifically prefer older men because they associate age with stability, maturity, and emotional security. A man in his 40s or 50s who has built a stable life is often seen as a much better prospect than a younger man who is still establishing himself. The cultural perspective is that youth fades, but character endures. What Ukrainian women bring to relationships is genuine partnership. They're often excellent homemakers who take pride in creating a warm, beautiful home. They're supportive of their partner's ambitions and careers. They're devoted mothers who prioritize family. In return, they expect loyalty, respect, security, and a man who takes his role as partner and provider seriously. Let's move to the Dominican Republic, where we find a culture that's warm, vibrant, and family-centered in beautiful ways. Dominican women are known for being affectionate, passionate, and full of life. They bring an energy to relationships that can be intoxicating if you're coming from colder, more reserved cultures. What they're looking for in return is a man who can provide security, who treats them with respect and romance, and who understands the importance of family. Dominican culture is very social and communal. Privacy and independence, which are so valued in Western cultures, matter much less than connection and togetherness. When you date a Dominican woman, you're not just spending time with her, you're becoming part of her social world. Family gatherings, friend hangouts, and community events are all central to life. If you're someone who values connection over solitude, this can be incredibly fulfilling. The cultural expectations around masculinity in the Dominican Republic are traditional but not toxic. Women want men who are confident, who can lead, and who protect what matters to them. But they also value tenderness, romance, and emotional expression. Dominican men are often very affectionate and romantic with their partners, and women there expect that kind of emotional warmth and physical affection. Physical appearance standards in the Dominican Republic are more relaxed than in image-obsessed Western cultures. Yes, people appreciate physical attraction, but character and how you treat people matter more. A man who might struggle in the competitive Western dating market because he's not tall enough or fit enough or handsome enough can find genuine appreciation in Dominican culture if he brings kindness, stability, and genuine care. The age gap acceptance is significant in Dominican culture as well. Women often prefer older men who have established themselves and who can provide the stability that younger men typically can't offer. The cultural focus is on building families and futures together, and an older man who is ready for that commitment is valued highly. What's particularly special about Dominican relationships is the warmth and affection. These are women who aren't afraid to show love, who will cook for you, who will make you feel appreciated and desired, and who bring joy and laughter into daily life. In return, they want loyalty, respect, financial contribution to the family, and a man who shows up consistently. Finally, let's talk about Vietnam, a country I mentioned earlier for expat living, but which also deserves attention for its dating culture. Vietnamese women are often traditional, family-oriented, and incredibly hardworking. They value stability, commitment, and men who can be good providers and partners. Vietnamese culture emphasizes respect, hard work, and taking care of family above individual desires. When you're dating a Vietnamese woman, particularly one from a more traditional background, She's evaluating whether you'll be a good husband and father more than whether you give her butterflies. This might sound unromantic to Western ears, but it actually creates strong, stable partnerships built on mutual respect and shared goals rather than just fleeting attraction. Vietnamese women are often incredibly supportive partners who will work alongside you to build a good life. Many Vietnamese couples run businesses together, support each other's ambitions, and genuinely function as a team. The cultural expectation is that both partners contribute, both partners work hard, and both partners prioritize the family unit above their individual wants. Physical appearance matters less in traditional Vietnamese culture than character and capability. A man who works hard, treats people well, and can provide for a family is attractive regardless of whether he's particularly handsome or young. Vietnamese culture values practicality and substance over superficial qualities. Age gaps are common and accepted, particularly when foreign men are involved. It's understood that older foreign men often bring stability and opportunities that younger local men might not be able to provide. As long as the relationship is respectful and both people are genuinely committed, the age difference isn't an issue. What Vietnamese women offer in relationships is genuine partnership, hard work, dedication to family, and a level of loyalty that can be hard to find in more individualistic cultures. They're looking for men who will appreciate those qualities and who will reciprocate with their own commitment and care. So there you have it, 5 countries where women value qualities like character, stability, maturity, and genuine commitment over the superficial standards that dominate so much of Western dating culture. The Philippines, Colombia, Thailand, Ukraine, the Dominican Republic, and Vietnam all offer different flavors of dating culture, but they share this common thread of valuing substance over surface. If you're a good man with a lot to offer but you feel overlooked in your local dating market, maybe it's time to expand your horizons and explore cultures where what you bring to the table is genuinely appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.